Here I am. I'm in the most beautiful location on Malaysian state of Sarawak, and I'm at a new series of villas called Cove 55. I'm with James McManaman, who is the general manager. James, this is the most extraordinary place. I have driven by this place or passed it several times, and you would never know from the outside what is behind that wall. It's amazing, it's extraordinary, it's beautiful. You've got, 12 villas already, is that correct?
That's right. Thanks for taking the time to speak to me. You know, it's great to tell your listeners, tell me where to go. So
Well, I've got to tell them where to go, and that's to come to here, to Cove 55.
You know what's really different is we call this the ultimate hideaway. You don't know when you drive by what's behind the walls.
No.
And what's behind the walls is just lush landscaping, big gardens, and beautiful facilities.
And the most extraordinary location, because some of your villas are built over the water on piers, and they can never be built out. They will never ever lose their view, will they?
And where we're standing right now is also over the water, as well as behind us. This Olympic swimming pool is also stilted. So you've got these lush views and this beautiful breeze 24/7.
Now, are we standing on top of the South China Sea?
We are indeed.
Because the South China Sea, well, it's a very timid sea, isn't it? Really? I guess I haven't seen it for a major storm, but the water is beautiful, and it's also very, very warm water, so it's just wonderful. If you don't want to swim in the pool and you want to swim in a bit of seawater, it's just it's like swimming in a gentle, warm bath.
Very true. And the other thing about this area geographically, as you talk about the sea, is the area of flora, fauna, wildlife. We are so close to the Mt Santubong, right in the foothill of Mt Santubong.
Which is very, you can't miss it, can you? It's extraordinary. It changes throughout the day. At the moment, as I'm watching it, you can't see it because of the cloud cover. And I guarantee in about 10-15 minutes, it will be fully exposed.
Right. And there's a legend that if you're far enough back, you see a woman lying down and her face features in the curves of the mountain. Okay. But more so than just that beautiful mountain, there's also lots of hiking. And lots of the orangutan rescues not far from here. And the beautiful Bako National Park's only a short drive to the boat. So there's so much we want people to experience. You know, I think after COVID, people want boutique hotels that are not big mass rooms with 300 people, but small, intimate properties where they feel safe and health conscious, and they can get out and explore nature. And so that's what we're all about, luxury and the nature.
And there's also a bit of history as well. As we were coming here in our bus, we were chatting about a gentleman called Alfred Russel Wallace, who was a naturist who spent a lot of time here, and he wrote a treatise on origin of the species, which he sent to Charles Darwin to read to see if it was correct. Charles Darwin had written his Origin of the Species 20 years before, had never published, and when he got Wallace's, he said, I better publish because he's going to beat me to it. So arguably, you could say the guy that lived here and spent many, many years studying the flora and the fauna here, because it is extraordinary, he could have actually been the one
put on the map.
First put on the map. Yes,
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we hope your listeners will take the time to at least look at us online. We're cove55.com.
Cove55.com, and it's wonderful. Now, apart from the wonderful villas and the pool, we've got a restaurant here. This is a wonderful room. We're in a reception room.
So what we do is we have just beyond this, we have a very large, up to 200 people sit-down dinner conference space. It's called Sira, which means celebration in the Iban language. And this is often where people have their wedding ceremony. And then the actual reception is there with more guests. This will hold about 100. But we also do corporate. We do retreats and we do golf outings. We have a golf course just 5 minutes
just
away.
Up the road,
So the space itself is perfect for individuals. It's great for families, but it's also good for those boutique retreats for executive level people that want to go somewhere out of the city.
Yeah, and if there's a few people that perhaps want to go shopping, you have your own transport.
We take people
system.
Complimentary right into Kuching.
Yeah, and there is some very, very good shopping in Kuching as well. And when you see the prices up here, it's unbelievable. They are so cheap, aren't they? I took a couple of ladies who live in Dubai who are travel writers, and they couldn't believe the prices. It's just amazing. So there's so much to do here. So we're at Cove 55, which is Well, I was going to say it's about 40 minutes out of Kuching, but that depends on the rain and the traffic.
I think that's a good average. I think 40 is the right number, yeah.
But it is very, very lush getting out here. When you go through that gate, it is just amazing. You get out and you look at it and you say, your jaw drops. It's just such a beautiful location. So, James, a wonderful, wonderful place to come and visit. And of course, Sarawak as well is the most interesting place.
It really is. I'm still learning, but thank you for taking the time to share this with your viewers.
And thank you very much for chatting to us on Tell Me Where to Go.